SpaceX CEO Elon Musk is on a mission to make the world a better place. He's introduced several inventions through his companies like Tesla and SolarCity, among others, which have contributed immensely to the global goal of achieving zero emission. But on his journey to make the world a better place for all of us, he's continued to face several powerful enemies who plan to jeopardize his ambition. And the latest enemy that Elon Musk is battling at this point is China. The row between Elon Musk and China became public recently after the Chinese military called for the development of a powerful weapon that could destroy Elon Musk's Starlink satellite constellation should it pose a threat to China's national security. So why is China worried about Starlink satellites? And is there any truth in China's allegations against Starlink? Well, be sure to watch this video till the end to find out. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so as not to miss out on any of our new videos going forward. Now let's head straight into the video. Governments around the world are usually very keen to ensure that their security is not interfered with in any way possible, and China is no exception to that. After research that was published in China's Modern Defense Journal revealed that the Starlink satellite constellation has a high potential for military application, the Chinese military is concerned. They're not sure if Elon Musk has any ill intentions toward China through his satellite project, but all they think is that China's security might just be at risk due to Elon Musk's satellite constellation. Consequently, China plans to invest in technologies that can monitor, disable, and even destroy Elon Musk's Starlink satellites. This comes as another big blow to Elon Musk just a few weeks after a tug-of-war with Russia, which claims Elon Musk is supporting Ukraine through his Starlink internet services. Musk thinks Russia might be having an ill intention of attacking Starlink satellites, considering that Starlink is the only non-Russian internet service provider operating in Ukraine. Elon took to Twitter to warn Starlink subscribers in the country, saying, "Important warning, Starlink is the only non-Russian communication system still operating in some parts of Ukraine, so the possibility of being targeted is high. Please use with caution." Ideally, Starlink satellites are developed by SpaceX to provide global low-cost internet to remote locations. So what is China's major worry? Well, according to the research paper, the Chinese government is worried that the US government could take advantage of the Starlink satellite's military capabilities to advance their military activities. They think the US government could use the satellite constellation to track hypersonic missiles, increase the data transmission speed of their drones and fighter jets exponentially, or even use them to destroy Chinese satellites. Now, as much as China's concerns are targeting Elon Musk and his SpaceX company, it's likely to give rise to an international diplomacy crisis with the States. The US government has been open to funding startups, including Elon Musk's space exploration company SpaceX, but it has never come out openly to explain its relationship with the Starlink project. And just to show how China is concerned about its security, the country wrote to the United Nations to complain about the close encounter they had with Elon Musk's Starlink satellites towards the end of 2021. According to the letter addressed to the UN, China noted that their national space station was forced to perform some emergency maneuvers to avoid a close encounter with Starlink satellites. So what action is China likely to take against Elon Musk's satellite project? Well, following this perceived threat to their national security, China thinks the best approach would be to get their tools ready just for any eventuality. And indeed, the researchers recommended the development of a combination of soft and hard kill methods to render some of the Starlink satellites inoperable and destroy the constellation's operating system. Just to make it clear, hard kill and soft kill are types of space weapons where hard kill represents weapons that physically strike their targets, for instance missiles, while soft kill represents jamming and laser weapons. Another recommendation by the researchers is that China should develop its own spy satellites to spy on Starlink, along with better methods of hacking Starlink systems and creating powerful ways of attacking multiple Starlink satellites from the sky. Now, it's enough to realize that the recommendations of this paper are highly likely to be implemented, considering that the team of researchers who worked on the paper was led by a government officer, Ren Yanji, who is an analyst at the Beijing Institute of Tracking and Telecommunications Technology. This institute is one of the Chinese military strategic support forces. We all know that China already has several methods in place for deactivating satellites. These methods, according to the US Department of Defense insider, includes microwave jammers with the ability to disrupt comms or fry electronic components, high-intensity millimeter resolution lasers, which can blind satellite sensors, cyber weapons, which can hack into satellite network and destroy them, as well as long-range anti-satellite missiles, which can blow out satellites from the sky. However, that's not the only evil plan that China has for Starlink. The country also has plans in place to completely crash the Starlink project. It looks forward to launching its native satellite network called Xinguang or StarNet, which will offer internet access to premium customers around the globe. But is there any truth in China's claims? Well, much as China might sound ruthless in their approach against Starlink, there is some considerable amount of truth in their allegation that the Starlink project might be used by the US government to advance their military activities. It's been noted on several accounts that Starlink satellites are being developed for military purposes by the US government. Take, for instance, a few days after Russia invaded Ukraine in late February of 2022, the Prime Minister of Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, took to Twitter to request Elon Musk to release more Starlink satellites. And as you know, the US government may not in any way distance itself from that. Elon Musk needs the approval of the US military and government before he can deploy his Starlink satellites for military purposes. The Prime Minister is also on record having revealed how SpaceX came in handy at the initial stages of the Russian invasion. Speaking during the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Mikhailo Fedorov noted that SpaceX had provided his country with about 12,000 Starlink satellites, and that after all the communication systems were down by the Russian attack, the country's critical infrastructure has been relying on Starlink. This is something that frustrated Russia, considering that their attempt to destabilize all systems in Ukraine was being thwarted by Elon Musk's Starlink. And Russian government couldn't keep silent over this external interference. In a statement to Russian media, Dmitry Rogozin, who's the director of Russia's space agency, threatened Elon Musk for supplying Ukraine with military communication equipment, noting that Musk will be held accountable. Elon, who seemed worried about the statement, responded on Twitter saying, "If I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing ya, but that's not all." The fight seems to be more intense than you might want to imagine. In fact, Russia's Congress is working on legislation that will impose huge fines on any individual or company that will subscribe to Starlink or any foreign-operated satellite internet system. The Russian government, like China, has expressed distaste for Elon Musk's Starlink, explaining that they have a plan to launch their own government-run satellite internet constellation called Sphere, which is projected to start launching in 2024. So is Elon Musk likely to win over the massive competition coming from powerful government agencies across the world led by China and Russia? Well, probably yes. This considering that SpaceX is far ahead with the Starlink project and it has a competitive advantage for being the first company to introduce the satellite low-cost internet services, and considering that Elon Musk targets the hardest to serve customers, it gives him an edge against competitors, and the fact that over 40,000 people have already subscribed to Starlink makes it even more difficult for China or even Russia to outpace Starlink. So what do you guys think the motive of China against Elon Musk's Starlink project could be? Do they seek to take over Starlink with their native StarNet project? Let us know in the comments section down below. That said, if you enjoyed the video, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content just like this going forward. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now!